Bam! Jason Waller here with the BAM Podcast. That's right, Business and Money Podcast. You want to make money? You want to conquer business? You want to go ahead and get that mindset right to take you to the next level and level up? You got to listen to the show. We're going to have all kinds of guests on there, billionaires, millionaires, athletes, actors, you name it. We're going to have them on here. They're going to be talking about their success, their struggles, their life, their hardship. I'm going to talk about my success, my struggle, my life, my hardship. So tune in. Bam! Jayson Waller here with the BAM Podcast. That's business, attitude, and money. And I am actually in somebody else's studio right now. The real Brad Lea studio at Dropping Bombs was just on his show. He's now a guest on my show. How the fuck are you doing, Brad?
Dude, I'm doing fantastic.
Dude, I walked in, I said, how you doing? He's like, dude, if I was any better, it'd be you. I'm like, motherfucker, I don't know. You're doing pretty fucking good.
Dude, I always normally say it's a wasted question. I say that's a wasted question. I hate when people say, how you doing? Because who's in control? Me. Well, fuck, if I was doing bad, I'd be an idiot. So I'm never going to say bad, even if somebody might think it's bad. Dude, I'm always doing well. Yeah. I'm the one in control, and I know that. So it'd be a stupid answer if it was anything other than kick ass. I'm kicking ass. I'm taking names. I'm positive. I'm grateful, and I'm excited.
And you're real. And your name is Real Brad Lea, but like you're fucking as real as it gets. And I was telling you before the show started, we were talking. A lot of these people out there, these posers, these wannabes that just, they have to put an act on. They have to put a character. And I'm not mad at them because they're branding and they're doing their thing, but that's not really who they are. Like you'll see this front of some of these people and how they act and things they say. And then you meet him, you're like, that motherfucker's not even like that. People ask me like, what's Brad like? I had a lady ask me, she's like, I think he's kind of a douchebag, but I'd love to be on his show. And I'm like, douchebag? Like he says all the shit people want to fucking say and they don't say. He's a good guy and he's funny as shit. She's like, but he's just doing that on purpose. I said, no, that's who the fuck he is. He's really that guy.
I would agree. That is true. But I think it's only because ultimately at the end of the day, man, I think it's better that way.
It's supposed to be that way.
Yeah. And I think also, well, I've learned the universe will filter out the right people if you let it. And the way you filter out the right people is you be authentically who you are. Because if I'm not really who I am, you might like me when in reality, you probably shouldn't. And you probably shouldn't be around. So now I'm surrounded by all these people because I'm fake and fucking nothing ever goes right and eventually crashes. Yeah. Well, I've learned a long time ago, if you want the universal filter to work, you got to be you. So someone doesn't like you can leave and will leave and should leave, which is why the right people go and the right people stay. People say, that's the same people. How would they come and go? They're different people. The right people can go and the right people stay.
Yeah.
And the only way that works is if you're authentically you. So I learned that a long time ago. Unfortunately, it's I think refreshing nowadays. So I'm gaining popularity because I'm real. But I'm not really, trying to be real. I just say what I feel.
That's what I love most, right? So, when you were on the show last time, your brand was still big, but nowhere near the size it is now. And you've put consistently like real crazy ass fucking conversations that people are scared shitless to put out there on media. You're like, this is what the fuck I'm talking about. Or which said, it is what it is, right? And I fucking love that. And I'm telling people like, the difference between, because first of all, you're always going to have people hate you. Listen, I'm a big fan. If you don't fucking like me, but you're listening to me, I'm doing my job. And if you like me and you're listening to me, I'm doing my job. You're supposed to have both. But I see a huge wave of when you first started to really explode with all of these and I don't think they're crazy, but people would say crazy ass shit that you just bring up or randomly talk about, like your girlfriend this or fucking this or sex that or whatever. People are like, oh my gosh, did he say that? Now you're right. You're gaining momentum where people are like, holy fuck, this is a breath of fresh air. Everyone's uptight. They don't want to say anything, but fucking the real Brad Lea, he's fucking dropping bombs, right?
That's right. It's 100%. And you had the key word, refreshing. It's like, dude, people just need to keep it real.
I love that. So a lot of people, new listeners that we have, because this is a new podcast, you're on the True Underdog before this, they don't know exactly the history of your business and kind of how you got started.
Which one though?
Your main business, right? Well, let's talk about a few of them. Let's talk about some of the businesses that you got into to be as successful as you are now.
Well, since we've talked last, I've started probably 4 more businesses.
Good for you.
and they're all growing and thriving. All of them over 7 figures. A couple of them worth 8. But I did it with a personal brand. So what's funny is when people always ask me, what's the quickest way to succeed? I say, listen, if you can figure out how to get famous real quick, that's the quickest way to succeed. You see these people on like real estate shows, and then all of a sudden they're famous. They're famous realtors, and it's like, they want to put out classes on how they, sold so many houses. And I'm like, dude, your class would be 5 seconds. Get a TV show.
Yeah.
Like, get a TV show, dude, and let the whole world know that you sell houses and you're going to sell the shit out of houses. So if you think about that with any business, man, you just bring it down to how do you get that reach? I say be famous, but ultimately it's build a brand.
Kardashians did a good job doing it.
Yeah. Well, they're 100%. So I've started a solar company,
right?
Which is really just a sales organization. I'm not installing or anything. I'm just selling it. A merchant services. I was thinking about ways where people could make money, because what I started was, hey, if you're not making at least $300,000 to $500,000 a year, I can help you.
Right.
Why? Because number one, you're going to have to sell something. Guys, let's face it. If you're going to be successful in life, you're going to sell something. Okay. A lot of people don't like that. Don't like salespeople. Salespeople are, I'm uncomfortable with sales. You're in sales no matter what you do, whether you believe it or not. So you just have to get good at it. But my point is I can show people how to get good at sales, but then they'd go out and sell the wrong thing.
Yeah.
And they'd come back, how you doing, man? I'm doing good. What'd you make last year? 78? 78? Like, how'd you pay rent at 78? Like, after taxes, where'd you live? You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, that should be $300,000 to $500,000. Well, what do I do? What do I do? And I kept telling them, go sell solar. I know people making a ton in solar. I'm like, go do financial services. I know a ton of people making money financial services. So I started picking all of these industries to show people what money or where to go sell in and make at least, 3, 4, 500,000 a year. And it turns out I picked 3 of the most, I don't want to say questionable, but like drama-filled industries. Like financial services, I had no idea. And now solar, dude, I had no idea. There's someone will quit you and jump over to another team. And
Cutthroat as fuck.
It's cutthroat. Like I didn't get all that. So that's why I said, dude, I might need to hire your consulting for my solar company, because if you started mine, you'd be like, oh, don't do that, do that.
Well, I've got some secrets. I'm a big believer in the gold, meaning like, do you have like a lot of door knockers and shit?
I have about 1,000 door knockers.
Okay. So I used to be a big fan of door knockers. I was talking to somebody yesterday about it. We used to actually recruit Mormons who are the best door knockers on the planet. We used to recruit them for home security, give them like a whole summer place to stay, all these things back in the day. And for solar, I think door knocking works, but I'm a big believer in digital marketing. Like we talked about that. And if you have the gold, if you're investing in digital marketing and you're qualifying something or you're letting it self-book and you have an appointment, then you don't have to hire a door knocker or a sales guy. You just need to hire an educator. You need to hire somebody that can go out and make a fucking difference, that is likable, that can show a proposal, that can show a presentation, that can explain to be thorough, like teachers, loan officers, people like that we were recruiting. We had 600 reps, but none of them door knocked. Our whole business was doing 50 million plus a month on running appointments where people raised their hand and said, I want to learn more about fucking solar. And we go in and do a presentation.
But now that you're not doing anything, why don't you just share with me those
Absolutely, I will.
Campaigns.
Absolutely, I will. And that's the secret sauce, because the problem is the door knockers, they get too greedy, right? They're like, fuck that. Why am I going to pay him if I'm knocking a door? I can go do it myself and sell it to an installer. That's what they do. It's cutthroat. But when you have the gold, because the truth is when you get these guys don't want to be fucking hunters no more. They're lazy. Today's world, they want to be farmers. They just want to farm the shit. When you hand them the appointment, the gold, here's an appointment. Here's a gas card. Here's a shirt. All you got to do is show up, smile, and fucking present. You make money. Now it doesn't matter. Now you can tell those fuck sticks to go anywhere they want. And then you can fucking focus on, you know what? I'm going to build my business for the business, not for these assholes that want to go do their own thing. Yeah. I learned that in home security, and then I learned it in solar and stayed away from it. But people do well on it. But the problem is everyone leaves. Everyone fucking leaves. It's a sickness.
Yeah. Well, I'm not the operating partner, so we'll figure out a deal offline.
Absolutely.
You can consult me. You can be my ace in the hole.
Well, hey, I need some consulting on the coaching and how to build.
Well, that's easy. That's the easy part.
That's where I'm trying to go with that stuff.
Yeah, well, that's easy.
So what's been new in Brad's personal life? Like, I remember the last show we talked about how many kids you had.
Yeah.
with how many different women, which was amazing. Care to share that story again?
Well, I mean, it wasn't 7 kids from 4 women, but I can explain.
Yes, please do, because that's one of the best things that I've ever heard.
Well, when I was growing up, obviously 17 years old, I figured I'd try this thing they called sex I'd heard about. So I tried it once. Baby number 1, girl number 1, because we weren't even together. Then I said, I'm not going to do that for a while. So waited, for a year and a half and figured, okay, enough time's passed. I probably learned my lesson. Did it again. Bang. Kid number 2, girl number 2. So now 2 kids, 2 girls. And I'm 19. So I learned my lesson and I'm like, oh, I'm not going to do this anymore. So I did. I kept doing it. I didn't get everyone pregnant every time I did it, but
pause. Are you on Me and 23?
Huh?
Are you on 23andme.com?
No.
Motherfucker, you're scared to go there because it might be like 12 kids or no?
It might be.
Okay, go ahead.
Who knows?
Go ahead. Just check it.
I should go there.
You should go there and all of a sudden it's like boom, boom, boom. You're like, oh shit.
Well, I should go there. I want to. If I have kids out there that I don't know about, I'd want them to reach out to me.
Yeah.
But anyway, so
kid 3.
Yeah. So then I got married and had 2 boys with a 3rd girl. So now there's 4 from 3. And then the wife I had wanted to be the boss all the time. And, she can be the boss, just not with me. So I'm like, okay, so I guess we got to disband this thing. So broke up there. And then I wasn't going to get married again or have any more kids. I already had 2 girls, 2 boys. I didn't get to really raise the girls too much because I was immature and the moms did. And, the 2 boys, I'm going through a divorce. So, I can only raise them half the time. And, I met this girl who was a little bit on the younger side and she didn't have any kids and she wanted them. And I'm like, I don't know. I'm not going to really have any. And then she would just hung out so cool. So I decided I'll marry her. And sure enough, 3 kids later, there's 7 kids, 4 women, completely explainable.
How old are all your kids?
Well, the youngest one is 1 and the oldest one is 37.
Wow. You look good. So you're 54?
Yeah.
Fuck, I hope I look like as good as you do at 54. I'm 43. I'm like, damn.
You will. Just keep your moisturizing going.
You got to keep putting it. And you're out here in the desert too.
Yeah, I mean, dude, you get Botox, you get freaking,
you gotta do all the things.
Yeah, you do all the things and you freaking take care of yourself. But, you'll come back here a year later, you'll be like, God damn, he aged a lot. Because at some point in time, it's just like, bam.
Yeah.
No pun intended.
No pun intended.
Bam, you're old.
Yeah, I'm still fighting that age ticket. Like, I love Botox. I started getting Botox because of migraines. And then I was like, oh shit, this helps wrinkles. So now I'm like addicted. I got to get it all the time, all the things. But I use a lot of the moisturizer. So 37-1, what's it like having a 1-year-old right now?
It's wonderful. I love it.
Do you feel like, at least for me, I have 4 kids, 24, 19, 16, and 12. And my 24-year-old and my 19-year-old always joke and go, because I had the same woman, right? They're always like, yeah, we're from your first marriage. You guys treat those kids different. That's your second fucking marriage. Because I'm a different dad than I was back then. Like you talked about immaturity. Like I didn't know all the things then. And I was impatient back then and frustrated back then to where now I'm like super dad. Like I'm coaching my son's football and I've got all this time and I try to mentor him on how to be a great leader and a great man and to open doors for women. Is it completely different being 54 years old and having a 1-year-old than it was a long time ago?
Well, it is different because a long time ago, I wasn't really mature or ready necessarily to be a good dad. But now it's like, people say grandkids are the best because you can play with them and then they're not yours. Well, that's kind of how it is for me because I have such a good wife and mother-in-law. So like literally, I don't change diapers. I don't do shit. I play with the baby until I don't want to or until she don't want me to because sometimes she starts throwing a tantrum. And I just hand her to the mom.
Yeah.
I hand her to mom and then I go play games or do whatever the hell I do. So it's like people say, well, how is it? Listen, I don't play the whole I got to get up and change diaper bullshit just because, husband and wife share the duties bullshit. I don't play that game. I told my wife point blank, period.
Here's the deal.
I said, you want to have kids, you're going to be doing the changing, getting up and feeding them. I go, it's a lot of work. She's like, I don't care. I do it. I was a nanny. And so fortunately I have a great wife that doesn't expect me to like do the, I always say hard shit. Well, I'm not changing diapers. So people are going to hate on me for that.
I don't think
and
so.
And by the way, would I change a diaper if she walked up and her pants were shitty and freaking, you know, and mom wasn't around? No, I'd then hand it to mom-in-law. but if nobody was around and my daughter came up and she had a little shitty diaper, I have changed the diaper. It's just that I don't have to. So when someone says, "What's it like?" I mean, it's awesome. Like I love.
It's like grandkids.
Not only that, she's like 1 year old. She's like freaking the cutest little thing ever. She'll walk up, sit next to you on the couch, and go hi. And you're like, how do you even know that word?
So
you know,
cool.
But they're cute, they're fun, they smell good, you know, they're fun to dress up, they're just innocent. I love it. But I mainly love it because I don't have to deal with her as much.
You deal with the goods and not a lot of the bads.
Right. My wife ultimately shields me from all the real work from a baby. Because moms, dude, they have it harder than anybody.
Absolutely.
A lot of people say, your wife doesn't work? What are you talking about, dude? She works harder than I do. She just doesn't do it for somebody else. She does it for us. Like she's taking care of the kids. You know, it's crazy. And then I made a joke one time on my podcast that I have a magic floor. I said, every time I throw my shirt down, it ends up folded and back on the hanger. It's the craziest thing. You know, it's a magic floor. I can throw like my jacket down, it'll go boom, and then I throw like my pants down, it's like washed and folded back in my closet. Best floor ever. People started saying, "Oh, that's rude."
Yeah, it's not right. That'd be listen. So my wife stayed at home.
But it ain't my wife. First of all, we have a nanny,
right.
Okay, and we have help. Number one, number two, she has a magic purse. I'm serious. Like
right.
She has a magic purse. She'll spend all the money in her purse, and poof,
it's back.
More money appears. So it's like, hey, I got a magic floor. She has a magic purse. Quit worrying about us. We're happy. Everybody's happy.
That's fucking great. So, you know, we have help too, and I get it. Like everything's done. I'll wear something, as much shit as I got in my closet. I wear the same thing every night because I'll wear it at night and put it in the hamper, and I get back from work next day, it's fucking clean and hung up. That's because we have help doing it. But when your wife has a
magic hamper, bro,
magic fucking hamper, dude. That's right. I'm gonna go fucking put a sticker on it. It says magic hamper. When my wife stayed home forever. She only worked very little. She didn't work a lot. She helped me to try to save Power Home. She came into the customer care side and started a one-on-one talk to some of the consumers and their problems, trying to white glove to get them to the finish line to be fixed. And then before that, she really didn't work much. Like she's always been a stay-at-home mom. We did get her a nanny when we got our fourth kid. It was fucking hard. Like
hell yeah.
She is fucking throwing balls in the air. And I was the exact same way you were Monday through Friday. But Saturday and Sunday, I would help her out, meaning like I wasn't a real big fan on changing diapers. I would do it though, but it was like I would let her sleep till like 11 or 12 or 1 a.m., you know, 11, 12 p.m. or, midnight, 1 a.m. And then I would be up, I was younger, playing video games and fucking babies in the swing. Here's a bottle, burp, shut the fuck, do my thing. And then she would take over. I would do that on the weekends. But weekdays, I didn't have to do shit either because I married a good woman that I come home and kids are taken care of, food's on the table. I didn't have to worry about it. But that's the trade-off, right? When a husband can go and provide a great lifestyle and do those things, that they're upkeeping the house, that's their work, and you're upkeeping the magic purse. I mean, that's how it works, right?
Well, if you want to get out of changing diapers, all you have to do is, change one terribly, if you know what I mean. Like I changed one once and, got shit all over the place. She's like, "What are you doing? Get away. I'll do it. From then on, I never had to do it again.
Yeah, it's about me making beds, I think. One time I made a bed real bad and she's like, "Don't ever fucking do that again." And I've probably know how to. I just didn't want to.
Now, normally I'd bust your balls and say, what's this whole conversation got to do with business, attitude, and money? But in reality, it's got everything to do with it. Why? Because if you're fucked at home, you're fucked at work.
You're absolutely right. You got to have that mindset, right? You got to have that mindset to be focused to do everything you've got to do. So let's talk about this. So you've got these 4 or 5 companies that are booming, or 4 or 5 that you've opened new. And
they're all booming. You got that right.
They're all booming. LightSpeed. Talk about what LightSpeed does, because that's the big baby.
LightSpeed's the company that I started that kind of kicked off everything to allow me to start all the other ones. Because I have RV dealerships now. I don't know if you know that.
I didn't. That's cool as fuck.
Yeah, I mean, I've got all kinds of things going.
Is it the Brad Lea RV dealership?
No, that depends on where they are. We bought existing RV dealerships, so we didn't change the name.
Okay.
So like one of them's called Wagers RV in Salem, Oregon. One's called like Camper Corner.
Is that a good business?
Roseburg. During COVID, it was really good.
Yeah.
But now it's slowing down a bit. But, it's always a good business to be a dealer, I think.
Yeah.
Car dealers print money, RV dealers print money, but when times are slow, people get all worried. All we do is, buckle down and get back to the fundamentals. And most people don't. So we're fine. And it was killer for a minute, but now it's just, it's pretty good.
But LightSpeed, talk about exactly what LightSpeed does.
LightSpeed was the first company that I started 20 some years ago, back in 99. It's a web-based interactive training technology that I developed for myself to go become the next, Tony Robbins. I was going to go do it. I was going to be the sales guy, Brian Tracy, Zig Ziglar, all these sales experts in the world.
Right.
And I'm like, dude, I'm young. I'm better than all of them. I'm going to go out there and crush it and become the best of the best. So I realized training wasn't really effective out on the road, living out of a suitcase, no repetition, no practice, no accountability. So I thought, man, I got to figure out something. So I developed this technology for myself. And the next thing you know, I'm running into customers that are wanting other name brand trainers, and I'm trying to sell them my training. And I'm like, listen, are you telling me that you'd buy this if I had Zig Ziglar? You're telling me that you'd buy this if I had this guy or that guy? They said, yeah. So that's when I thought to myself, well, let me just go sell them on using this, and I'll even tell them where the customer is. So I went and knocked on these doors of the Zig Ziglars, Brian Tracy's, Grant Cardone, Tom Stuker. There was a bunch of big name, John Maxwell, all these big name trainers. And I wasn't a big name. I was just better at, sales training than anyone else. But nobody knew who I was. So it was much more difficult for me to close the deal. And I thought, man, why don't I just go get the people they want, close them on using my software, and we'll get that deal. So I'd go knock on their door and say, hey, listen, how are you? I know you're having trouble training. I know that you don't have anything online. And this was like in 99, bro.
Right.
People were like, oh, that's never going to work. Long story short, I closed the people that were teaching you to close on using my software. So now I became, instead of a trainer, I became a software provider to the trainers. And I developed the technology, and I thought, let me just get the technology the best in the world and focus on that. And I don't need to be a trainer. And I just let all the other trainers use my software. And then because of that, I got invited to a lot of stages and got a lot of attention from a lot of that. And then people are like, well, I like Brad's approach. I like Brad's opinion. So then I started getting followers. And so now they're wanting me to be a trainer again. And I'm like, well, I theoretically could, I've built businesses, I've done all kinds of things, but I haven't really made the final decision. But it's all come full circle. But that's what LightSpeed is. It's a web-based interactive training technology that I developed for myself that is now used to train, track, monitor, and measure people for whatever. So like, for example, if you wanted to learn, Tony Robbins's, Unleash the Power program, you could use a password and have Tony train you at midnight while, the real one's not even there. So on-demand training, I would say.
On-demand training. And that's, in 99, it was genius. And now you've evolved the software to be relevant, obviously, of what technology's changed to today, correct?
Yeah, I mean, we're still the most badass training system out there. There's not really a lot of training systems out there. That's the funny part. Like, there's videos. So like most people will say, hey, I'm creating a course. Well, what they mean is they're making a video. Okay. Right. A video is not what trains people. Okay. Training requires 4 things: good content, repetition, practice, and accountability. And a video is one of them at best. Good content. It could be repetition, but how do you know how many times someone watched it? How do you know if they understood it? How do you know if they actually comprehended what it is you were trying to teach them? Where's the testing? Where's the role play? Where's the practice? Most companies are exposing their people to training when they should be training them. And the difference between training and exposure is training has good content, repetition, practice, and accountability. So let's say you're going to go make a training course for somebody and you just create a video and you put it online and you sell it. Well, I could buy it and say, dude, that thing was garbage. And you go, you didn't like it? It didn't work for you? What? I say, yeah, it sucked. It didn't do anything. You're a fraud. And you have nothing to say. But what if you could log in and say, dude, you haven't even went through it. You haven't even looked at it. You bought it, but you never logged in, bitch. So like there's accountability. And then if I did buy it, and maybe I really wanted you to coach me, but I couldn't afford the real coaching, so I bought the course. Well, if the course is done right and it's delivered with repetition, practice, and accountability, which only LightSpeed can deliver, virtually online. You can do it manually, but it's much more expensive and takes a lot longer. But this software allows you to do that. If I were to buy your course now and that software set up right, well, now I'm actually saying, dude, this is a badass course. This dude's freaking awesome. And I start applying some of the things you're teaching me. I start to find little success. And now guess who's knocking on your door wanting that coaching?
Right.
Because now I can afford it. Or now I guess I could say I'm sold on it. Why? Well, because you gave me a product that's worth something, because it's not just a video. If you go out and sell a video, call it a course, but sell a video, just a video, it's just a video, versus a system, you're making a mistake. A system is LightSpeed. It's got leaderboards, gamification, discussion tabs, forums, file vaults, testing, role play, simulation, communities. It's a whole thing. So most people are out there wondering, what's the difference between like LightSpeed and all the rest of the stuff that's out there? And really those are hosting solutions. They host your videos. LightSpeed, your video becomes part of the training solution. Okay. See the difference?
I do.
Yeah. Like in other words, you don't call cupcakes flour just because you use flour in the cupcake. So like LightSpeed's a cupcake and a video's the flour. Like we do use video, but it's not the same.
It's not the whole ingredient.
It's just not the same. I mean, all these other systems that are out there where people are selling courses, and a lot of them just don't know. And then there's some that do know and they don't care. But the ones that don't know, I inform them, they'll jump over as soon as they see LightSpeed. So fortunately, I built a mid 8-figure company and growing, still growing, with LightSpeed by serving all the trainers. And now the trainers would go out and buy or sell into companies, and then companies wanted it for their other stuff. And so now we have millions of users all over the planet, and LightSpeed is a web-based interactive training software.
When you say it's interactive, so let's say one of these companies or trainers or coaches, they are going to have a scripted module that they're following that's videotaped, if I understand this correctly. I'm going to teach you how to door knock. And they're going to go through this whole door knocking presentation.
Yeah, but watch this. I'll give you an example.
Okay.
So instead of assuming that you want to learn door knocking, I would say, hey, I'm going to teach you the solar business. Where would you like to begin? And then whoosh, some people might choose door knocking. Some people might choose closing.
Market. Yeah.
Hey, who are you? What do you want? What are you looking for? Maybe I already door knocked. I don't know. But at the end of the day, the interactivity allows you to get to the customer level. Most videos are one size fits all.
You're right.
So instead of saying, hey, I'm going to teach you door knocking, say, what do you want to learn? Or do you know door knocking? Yes or no? Because if you know door knocking, maybe I don't have to spend as much time on door knocking, and now we can go focus on where you're weak. Where are you weak, by the way? Closing. Okay, good. Then let's spend a little time closing, while he did get worked on for doors, because the answers he gave kind of said, okay, let's do the door knocking.
So that's the part that's interactive, but you have to...
That's an example. It's all interactive if you make it that way.
So if I were to film a bunch of videos, you have the ability to have, or anybody films these videos, for a consumer to say, I want to learn solar. Yep, I want to go down here. They go down the tree that they want, and the content is there for them. Is there questions during that content, is what I was getting to in the interactive part. Do you understand? Do you want more? Are they still interacting during those modules?
Sure.
After they've already moved along?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's genius. I didn't know that's exactly how the business did that. That's phenomenal.
Yeah, I can show you some examples, but again, I mean, it's how you use it. Like if I throw you the keys to a G550, I'd come over there in about 6 months and I'd be seeing you eat lunch in it. And I'd be like, what are you doing? You'd be like, having lunch. What are you talking about, dude? We got a lunch meeting. We do it in the jet because it impresses people. When in reality, the thing flies, but you don't know how to fly it. So what are you doing? You're just having lunch.
By the way, I am taking courses to fly, but go ahead.
But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like if you throw me keys to a jet, bro, I can just have lunch in it. That's all I can do with it. I can't fly it because I don't know how to fly it. So the LightSpeed platform is like a jet. Okay, you can use it a million ways. The question is how did one use it? Like if you look at Grant Cardone's system, You say, I saw his and I saw this one. They're the same conceptually, but they're different. Why? Because this one chose to do different things. So it allows you to create interactive content. It's an interactive content creation tool. See what I'm saying? Like the rest of these host your videos. This one creates them and hosts them and tracks them.
And gives you the results of the data you need.
Yeah. So like, for example, if I'm going to send somebody through a video that teaches them how to door knock, I'm not going to ask any questions. I'm not going to make any offers. I'm just going to upload a video and like sell it. Well, then I wasted a lot of opportunity, because for every person that I would have sent over there, I would have sent this way and asked questions, collected data. Data is valuable. And then based on that data, made them offers based on their particular
needs,
situation.
wants.
Yeah. And now all of a sudden that same $97 course produced another $600 over here because of the interactivity. Over there, still the same $97 course. And now, if you're smart, you're nurturing and dripping on them and following up afterwards. But like, when's a better time to ask someone to buy? Like at the right time, or 3 weeks later?
Right after they bought.
Yeah. And then people are like, we do that. And I go, how do you do that? You don't have any interactivity. They're like, well, we just, whoever watches the video, we just drip on them. And I said, bro, if you got a drip on your customers, I suggest you go to the doctor.
Especially if it's green.
Yeah, there's a problem dripping on your customer. They're like, no, we just drip on them until they buy, or they don't. I understand what dripping means, fool. Why didn't you ask them to buy right when they were right in the thick of what you already sold them?
Right.
Why didn't you ask them to buy 6 times during that situation? Because you don't have any interactivity. So you couldn't. You just have a video. And a video doesn't train people. I watch mixed martial arts, doesn't make me a black belt. You watch UFC?
I do.
You a black belt?
Fuck no.
Were you watching all that fucking video?
Hey, touche. You're right. All right, good. If I had the bomb thing here, you're just...
You do. It's over there.
Which button is it?
The one with the bomb on it. There you go.
There you go. On my show, I got to use it. That was cool. So let me ask you this. What is next for Brad Lea? What are your goals? Like the next year, the next 3 years, next 5 years, what are you trying to do next? You said things went full circle. You said, you started this and it was like, and that's what happens. Life pivots, business pivots. I used to want to be a fucking sports agent, a lawyer. I didn't even fucking go to college, right? Yeah. So things just change of what you're going to do. What's next?
I set up those companies again to give someone an avenue or a vehicle to which to get out of the rat race with. So like, for example, I believe solar, and
yes,
of all people, you can make a shit ton of money in solar. I know idiots, and when I say idiots, I should say naive young people. Why? Because there's no life experience there. They're not that bright. They're or talented. They're walking around making $50,000 to $100,000 a month, knocking on doors in neighborhoods and selling solar. So again, if any Joe average that had a little discipline and work effort or work ethic can do it, so can most people. They just don't know about it. I didn't know about it. So I'm creating these avenues to help people get out of the rat race. So I'm going to do that for the next 3 to 5 years. And then again, I told you earlier, I'm considering getting back in the training space now because I do have the brand, and I think the world would appreciate my form of delivery.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I say it like it is. Like when people say, "Well, Brad, I want to be a salesperson." What do you say? Everyone else will tell you all this other crap, but the truth is if you want to be a really good salesperson, stop selling. See what I'm saying? No one will tell you that. Like, stop selling. Don't be a salesperson. That's how you become a good one. You stop doing it and you start helping people. You start having different motivations. My motive is to help you solve your coaching thing. It's not to sell you LightSpeed. Why? Well, when I try to sell you something, what's it for? Oh, commission. I make commission. Well, if I'm trying to help you, I'm just trying to help you, my vibration changes.
Yeah.
And dude, the whole world is vibrations. We're all vibrating at a different frequency. So at the end of the day, as soon as you move from a selfish standpoint that I want to make a commission to a help standpoint, your vibration goes up the tone scale. And all of a sudden now you're vibrating up here at a much higher level. When you start meeting people and building relationships, they're easier, better, faster, stronger. Right. And all of a sudden, look, he's selling more than anybody. Well, that's because he stopped selling and he started helping.
Yeah, he didn't chase the money. He chased other things, helping people elevate, and people chase success, not money.
Yeah, now nobody will teach you that.
No, I agree. So let's talk about, before we wrap up here, let's talk about the world we live in now, and with people fucking pointing the finger, because I always hear you do a lot of posts about, you know, the world the way it is today, and these motherfuckers making excuses or playing the victim or things like that. What is your standpoint? You talk about these naive young guys out making money, but the kind of world that we're turning into, that our kids are growing up in, like, I'm specifically strict on my children to be like, look, you have to outwork everybody. You're not going to be smarter than everybody. You're not going to be fucking faster than everybody, but you need to go in there and fucking put in the fucking work, and good things will happen. You need to fucking go in there with confidence. And I always say confidence and arrogance, there's a fine line between them, and I like to ride it. It's right fucking there, right? You want to be overly confident than fucking insecure. And so I work with my kids to do that, because the world that I'm at least seeing is everybody pointing the finger, everybody making excuses, everybody looking for the shortcut. What is your take on some of the bullshit you've seen lately?
Yeah, you know, I try not to pay attention to it. I try to focus on the positive. I'm more of a abundance mindset guy. Like, I don't think about all the negative shit. I just kind of, because it doesn't really affect you. Whatever you can control is kind of what you should worry about.
Yeah.
And I can't control that shit. Like, I took my kids out of school. Why? Well, because they're teaching young children the stupidest of shit.
Yeah.
So I took them out of school and then hired a teacher out of that school and said, hey, you're now just two people's teacher. So now they have a private teacher that comes over every day and teaches them whatever they would have learned in school, but without all the stupidity.
And all the drama.
Right. So when people are like, oh, the school, you know, they're teaching young kids. They're not teaching my young kids that. So I just took responsibility, and I don't focus on the negativity. So it's hard for me to say, you know, what I think of it, because I don't focus on it. I don't pay attention to it.
Well, you think something,
I
in order
do hear
to put your
about it,
kids
though.
out, you think something's affecting it to say, I don't want my kids to deal with that shit.
Yeah, but like, they've got, transgender LGBTQ circuses or whatever they're called, you know, whatever they are. They go and they have the little kids and they're drag queens walking. Why would you be doing that with such little kids?
I don't know.
That's an adult thing. Like, you know, hey, if you're into that, you know, go ahead, get into that. That's the beautiful part about, you know, the world. You can do whatever you want. And I would keep telling people, I don't dislike transgenders. I don't care if you're a transgender or not. I might like you if you're a transgender, not sexually, but I might like you. Like, if I've just found out you used to be a female and you took whatever to look like this, I'd be like, first of all, fuck, dude, you fooled the shit out of me. I wouldn't go, oh my God, you're gross.
Right.
I would say, wow, dude, you fucking fooled me. Are you shitting me? You used to be a girl?
You're fucking great at that.
I'd say like, let me see your dick. Why? Because I got to see it. Like, what does it look like? What'd you do? Grow a clit? Like, what happened? Like, do they give you medicine and your clit just grows? Like, I would be interested. Why? Because it's crazy. I can't believe this. But I wouldn't hate you for it. So I don't hate transgenders. But at the end of the day, I also don't want transgenders trying to take my children and let them know that they can be a woman if they want. No, they can't. No, they cannot. My daughters will always be female, even if they're transgenders. Why? Well, because they're still females. You can't change who you are, bro.
Look, I know.
So I
that
agree. To me, for example, people will go, oh my God, I can't believe he said that. Dude, it's just the truth. I'm not trying to hurt feelings, but a guy, you know, says I'm a girl and he acts like a girl and cuts, you know, does surgery and gets altered. It's still not a girl. It's still not a girl. It might look like a girl. And again, I've seen some hot trannies before in websites. Where, have you ever seen them? Like, I thought, damn, dude, that would fool me. But at the end of the day, it's technically still a dude, isn't it? Yeah, isn't it? You can't make a girl. Only God or nature can make a female. And once it's determined that it's a female, then it's always a female. And that's where I draw the line. Like, that's what they're trying to do. And there's an agenda right now. And I'm just thinking, who is allowing this in the schools? Who is like sponsoring this? Who thinks this is okay? This is stupid. You know, they're all killing Bud Light for the Dylan Mulvaney shit. I don't care if Bud Light has a freaking, you know, transgender on a beer can. Like, whatever. Who cares? Whatever.
You still drink
just
it.
Like if they
matter.
just dude, I mean, if I drank Bud Light, I didn't drink Bud Light before, but I don't care. You know, I'm not against transgenderism. I'm not for it, but I'm also not against it. Why? Because I don't focus on that shit, dude. I focus on the positive, man. How do we make some money? How do I get it? How do I put us in a better situation? How can I help people get out of the rat race? What can I develop to make the world a better place? How can I get the knowledge from the people who have it to the people who need it so we can all be more successful?
Right.
You know, what about this transgender? I ain't talking about that. Biden's an idiot. Yeah, he is an idiot. Next, like, I'm not even focused. Why? Because it doesn't matter.
I agree.
Doesn't matter.
I like your outlook on it.
The only thing that can matter, dude, is what you can control.
Yeah, I have no issues with transgenders. I don't care if you want to, be a girl or be a boy, or you like this or you like that. I don't give a fuck. My only issue, and I do have an issue, is the litter box in the bathroom in New York. Did you hear about that?
Yeah, but I think that's made up bullshit.
Is that made up shit? Like, but
Dude.
I know people really, okay, well, fuck that. I know people identifying as animals. Did you see the new Chris Rock skit?
No.
Oh my God, it's fucking hilarious, by the way.
But if you just said you identify as a bulldog, I'd say I kind of see that.
Right. Well, I know, but
like, I don't give a fuck. Like, what do I care?
I don't give a fuck either. But
go be a bulldog.
But for young
I'll
kids,
get you a bone.
But I feel like for young kids that need guidance because they don't know what they don't know.
When kids do, that's right.
That's my problem, right? And this is
like
going on with kids to what you can identify as, whether it be an animal or this.
Because they're trying to get rid of masculinity. They're trying to get rid of the old traditional values. They're trying to get rid of the nuclear family. They're trying to bring in debauchery and sin, believe it or not. I mean, it is technically sinful to do a lot of these things according to scripture. But, again, who am I to judge? I've done some shit in my day that, hey, listen, I need forgiveness just like everybody else. But at the end of the day, dude, don't bring it to the kids. Don't bring it to the kids. Like, let the kids grow up and be gay and transgenders all by themselves. Like, you know what? That'll happen by itself. You don't need to help it.
You don't have to influence it.
Don't influence it. Like, and besides that, they're not your kids. Okay, they're my kids. They're your kids. Like, I'm not going to come to your kid's house and say, hey, you should have more manners, mister. That's your job. I'd walk over and be nice to your kid. If I thought he was a prick, I'd walk off and think, boy, what a prick. What a prick kid. And by the way, like, some people say, I don't want to give my kids anything. I need to teach them that they have to do this. And, when I die, I'm giving them everything.
Right.
Why? So they don't have to work and listen to your big fucking mouths. Like, so they don't have to be freaking pressed down by the freaking man. Like, so they can enjoy life. Why? Well, that's why I work. I work so I can enjoy life and the people that I love can enjoy life.
Amen to that.
That's why I work. Otherwise, if that wasn't the case, dude, why am I working? Like, dude, life is short, bro. Go surfing, go kayaking, go do things. Well, you don't have the money. You never seen hippies, bro? You never seen people surfing around with no money? I've done it, dude. You can surf around more than you think with no money and just be happy as hell doing drugs.
I know a lot of motherfuckers, no money, they're happy as fuck.
Yeah, and we're doing whatever you want. And by the way, dude, they're the ones that are going to die more experienced and fulfilled than all the people chasing after money because that's what they think it requires. Which, again, my idea of success, money is included.
Right.
I think there's three things that are the most important in life. The number one thing is health, because if you lose that, you're going to give up all your money to get it back.
Yeah.
The second most important is relationships, because when you get ready to die, if you were going to die right now, you wouldn't be thinking about your watch collection or your cars or your businesses. Money means nothing when you think you're going to die.
Right.
What does?
Relationships.
All the relationships. So that should be number two. We don't need to die to learn this. And then number three is money. Now some people would say, well, what about God, Brad? First of all, God is in relationships. It's already part of that. And some people don't even believe in that. So it's like relationship says it all. And then money. The third thing is money. Why? Because folks, you can hate on money all you want, but number one, it's so useful. Like, you want to make a bigger impact, you want better child care, you want to be able to make a difference. Money is the differentiator. So health, relationships, and money. And what's crazy is the more relationships you get, the more money you get. The money you get comes from relationships. So if you want more money, you need more relationships. And what's ironic is the more money you get, the more relationships you get. The more money I get, the more invites I get, and circles I get open up. I get invited places now. It's like, wait a minute. Like the other day, I was walking through a hockey game and someone yells, Brad Lea, Brad Lea, Brad Lea. And I look over and it's loud. Like everybody's obviously seeing this dude yell. And I look over and it's freaking a celebrity poker player, local celebrity. Well, he's not a local celebrity. Everybody knows who he is. Daniel Negreanu. You know who he is?
Yeah, I've played with him before.
Yeah. So Daniel Negreanu's sitting there yelling my name out. Well, like I know Daniel. He's never yelled my name out. Why all of a sudden? Why do you think all of a sudden?
Because you're making an impact out there. He likes what you're doing. He's following you. He's paying attention.
Well, because freaking I'm in the same circles now. Yeah. I'm wearing the watches now. I'm driving the cars now. I got the glass seats now. I'm in the VIP lounge now and blah, 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 blah. If I didn't, I never would have known him. So, I mean, at the end of the day, proximity is power and money gets you proximity. Let's face it. It's true. And by the way, like some people say, so what are you saying, that we should use each other? I will be the only one, I think, that I've ever heard say, yes, you should use each other.
It benefits everything around.
Dude, an intelligent community or society will leverage each other to make it more powerful. So, yes, I think you should use people.
And they should use you.
Dash Brad Lea. Of course they should. You should use people. Like, ask somebody, you know, are you a user? Do you use people? They'll be like, no, I'm not a user. Haven't you ever heard, you know, don't be a user?
Yeah.
You know, she used me. You know, he's a user. You never heard that?
Oh, I've heard it.
It's like a negative thing. And it's like, dude, using each other is one of the most highest forms of intelligent behavior I can think of. Like if I can leverage what you got and you can leverage what I got and it gets us both more.
Win, win, win.
Now, again, if like, well, what about if I just use what you got, I get more? Still good.
It is still good.
Yeah. It's like, dude, if I can use what you got to get me more, what's wrong with that? People will say, oh, you're a user. No. You're intelligent. Okay. The fact that you didn't use me makes you stupid. Why? Because you didn't take advantage of me. You mean you should take advantage of people? Yes. You should take advantage of your wife. You should take advantage of your children. You should take advantage of your relationships of all kinds. You take advantage of them, full advantage of them. And I always tell people, I never fuck anyone, bro, but I like to be in the position to.
Oh, shit. Okay.
You know what that means?
No, explain it.
It means that I like having the upper hand.
Yeah, you like to be in control.
I like to have the upper hand. But why would anyone not admit that? Because everyone would want that.
Yeah.
If me and you were going to do negotiation, I would want the upper hand.
Yeah, and I would want the upper hand too.
So all I'm saying is I don't fuck people because I do not. But I like to be in the position to. I want you to know, dude, all I'd have to do is push and you're fucked. But I don't. See what I'm saying? And that's why I can walk around with the confidence that I have. Because number one, I don't need other people's opinion or validation. Why? Right. Because I know I'm a good dude. I know I'm up helping people. I'm not hurting anybody. I'm literally the closest thing to angelic you can find on this earth. I'm serious.
That's powerful. I love that.
And I'm serious too, because like I don't screw anybody. Yeah, I bet you if I died right now, if there's a God, I'll be welcomed as like, you know, there you are, my son. What a sweetie pie. Get over here. Why? Because I genuinely want to help people. I genuinely don't hate people. I'm not mischievous. I don't freaking steal. I don't do bad things.
And you don't fuck anyone over.
Well, again, I would say not intentionally, because if someone's listening, well, I got fucked over when you stole my girl back in high school. Like, I didn't mean to do that shit, first of all. And second of all, I would say since I was around 40. Okay.
So you run on 14 years of goodness.
Yeah. From 0 to 40. Actually, from 0 to 30, dude, I was a freaking regular old Joe. In other words, I was selling to sell your ass. I was out for me. I wanted to get rich. I wanted to get paid. I wouldn't screw you, but I would screw you if I could get paid. Why? Because, dude, I was out to get paid. I didn't give a fuck about anybody. And then around 30 years old, I helped this dude kind of out of a bad situation, and it felt so good. I thought to myself, man, I want to do that for a living. And I started a training company because basically I trained him how to sell and watched him go from minimum wage to, $15,000 a month. Changed his whole attitude, changed his whole life, changed his whole family's life. And I'm like, dude, I got the power to do that. I'm going to go do that. So I quit my job to go do that. And in reality, in retrospect, I thought, dude, I went to go help other people. I quit my job to go help other people. I didn't realize it at the time, but looking back, I'm like, wait a minute, that's kind of when success started actually happening. Like I literally fought tooth and nail to get rich up until I was 30 and couldn't get there. And then I said, not intentionally, but accidentally, I said, I'm going to go help other people. And I'm just going to, I started focusing on other people rather than myself. And boom, that's when success started. Mm-hmm. So you hear people say, help other people and you'll help yourself. That's the truth.
It is the truth. People don't believe it. It is true.
It's 100% true, man. If you could figure out how to solve everyone's problem, you'll have all the money you ever want. Problem solving is all business is. Like people ask, Brad, how do I start a business? It's real easy. Number one, you find a problem. Okay. All you do is find a problem. What are most people doing? They're avoiding problems. Mm-hmm. They're not looking for problems. They're freaking avoiding them. Walk up to someone and say, you want a problem? They'll be like, hell no. You walk up to me and say, you want a problem? I'll be like, yeah, I do. I'm looking for problems. I like problems. Why? Because I want to get good at solving them. And in order to get good, you need practice and repetition. So I practiced solving problems for the first 8 years of LightSpeed when it wasn't really doing anything. And I got really good at solving problems. And then boom, there were no more problems because I solved them quickly, efficiently. And that's what I do now. Like literally, dude, I should be a business coach too, because like people can come to me with their businesses. I had one guy call me and say, I want you to be my coach. I said, dude, I don't really coach. And he goes, well, I'll give you $100,000. And I said, when do you want to start? So he wired me $100,000. I said, so I got on the phone with him and I said, okay, so tell me what's up. Well, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Ultimately, I'm making about $750,000 a year, and I can't seem to get past it. And I'm pissed. I'm like, describe it. What do you do? He goes, I get up on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and I call and make appointments. And then on Thursday and Friday, I close those appointments and make my money. And I said, well, why don't you just close? You get paid when you're closing, so why don't you just close 5 days a week? He says, well, then who's going to make my appointments? And I said, I don't know, like a secretary or an appointment setter or like a virtual assistant. And he looked at me like, I was crazy. And I said, dude, you realize you can hire a virtual assistant for $100 a week out of the Philippines to make calls and set your appointments. He ended up getting 3 appointment setters. He went from 750 to 2-point-something million in 1 year.
Best $100,000 he's ever spent.
But dude, everyone else,
it was just normal shit to tell him. It's nothing special.
It was unbelievable. Like, dude, that's basic common sense. But a lot of people, they're so into it, they're
stuck in the weeds. They can't see it from the outside.
Yeah. But one of these days, so you said the question was, where am I going? So I want to finish building out these, I call them avenues for people to get out of the rat race. Now they might change. Like if solar crashes or it's not like it used to be, I might get out of solar. But then
financing in solar is fucking hard right now.
I know, but then I'm going to go find something else. Why? Well, because, dude, I want to give the people the knowledge that they need, which is sales, closing, and persuasion, how to be cool, how to be confident, how to like themselves. Because most definitely I say you want to raise your net worth, you need to raise your self-worth.
Right.
And most people don't think they deserve more, which is why they'll never get more, because you're never going to outperform your own self-image. So I've got all that information. I can help people get confident. I can help people get out of their own way, like themselves more, and get out of the rat race with the ability to sell, close, and persuade. But I want to give them the avenue to take. So it's like, not only am I going to give you the information, I'll hire you at this company doing it. So I want to just continue to do that over the next 3 to 5 years, and then grow them large, and then I believe exit all of them and just do coaching and social media.
Yeah, that sounds
speaking,
like a good plan.
coaching, social media. Like I call it the Brad Lea brand, Brad Lea Inc. Because like they're paying me 50 G's usually to speak. Now again, 50 G's to walk out on stage for an hour and talk. And what's funny is that's all I do is I talk. I don't have a speech per se.
Right.
And I'll say, well, what would you like me to talk about? And they're like, whatever you want, make them laugh. I'm like, okay, whatever. And I'll walk out and say stupid shit. And, they're all laughing and everybody's happy. And I'm like, good, I'll take $50,000 to walk out and talk. Dude, I did, I think it was like, I'd have to do the math, but $1.6 million last year, straight speaking fees.
I'm trying to get in the speaking game, dude,
$50,000 a whack.
Yeah, I'm trying to get in the speaking game. I have to pick your brain on that or get some contacts.
Well, it wasn't a bunch, but I mean, dude, they book me left and right. Like tomorrow I go to SolarCon, and then, you know, they're booking me left and right for 50 grand. I'm about to raise it.
Do you have an agency or something you deal with? No, just your people?
I'm about to raise it to 100,000 because again, they keep saying yes to 50. And until people say no,
you keep going up.
Yeah, your price isn't high enough. So you just keep raising your value, and guess what? You'll triple your income without doing anything else. It's just, you just believed you're worth more, you asked more and got more. Isn't that crazy?
It's so crazy, but it's how it works.
It is how it works, but people won't tell you that. People want to give you all this bunch of bullshit. So anyway, after 3 to 5 years, just go away and then just do Brad Lea Inc., which means just be me, you know, be philanthropic, you know, help other people, maybe with some finances. You know, I wish someone would have gave me money a long time ago. I'd probably be already a billionaire if someone would have came in and gave me the guidance and the knowledge and the freaking money that I could have used.
Right.
Although I made it, and people are going to be like, well, it's better that way. No, not really. I wish someone would have walked in here 10 years ago and said, hey, Brad, you got a tiger by the tail here. Here's $100 million. Let's partner and go to the moon. And someone could have, and I bet you I'd be a billionaire right now. So I want to do that for other people. There's going to be people where lessons and advice isn't really what they need. You know what they need? A check.
Yeah.
They need money.
You want to give them the money to help them
like,
grow.
you know, you ever go to somebody and be like, you know, hey, I'm about to lose my apartment. You know, if I can get, you know, the $2,000 for rent, I'll give it back to you. And now you're borrowing $2,000 to pay rent. You ever do that?
I've never done it, but I know people
I've done it. Trust me. And nobody wants to loan you the $2,000 because number one, you know, why do you need rent? You know, then they start preaching and teaching and whatever the case may be. Sometimes, you know, you would get people wanting to give you advice. You know, Jayson, I'm not going to give you the 2,000, but let me tell you something, you know, and I'm going to give you this advice so you won't be in this situation again someday, you know, and they think that's, you know, the best thing they could have done. When in some cases that is the truth, especially when it comes to like drug addiction and shit. But we're talking about money. Sometimes they need their rent paid. Sometimes they need a loan. Sometimes they need the capital. So I want to be able to exit all my stuff, you know, walk out with over a billy, and then just be Brad Lea Inc. and help other people realize their shit and then die.
Yeah.
I want to live to 120 though.
120 is a good number.
Dude, that's a super centurion is what they're called.
How many people usually live to that age? Is it very little?
Not many. Very, very few. But it is a super centurion. That's what they call it. And I think it's 110 or better. So if I can make it to 110, I'm okay. But do I want to be an old, decrepit, 110? No. I want to be 110 and still walking around getting boners.
Oh, well, they've got medicine for that. I'm sure that'll work.
Without medicine. But again, hey, that's another thing. Like with medicine, I don't really care as long as I'm getting boners and enjoying life.
At 110.
Yeah. It's like, you know, you want to enjoy life. I don't want to be 110 just for the sake of being 110. Like, you know, I've been, for 18 years, I've been sitting there, you know, drinking a milkshake, slobbering, watching freaking reruns. No. Okay. Put me out of my misery on that deal. But I want to be 110 walking around, playing with my kids, my grandkids, like cool shit.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping that by then the medical society has figured out how to
extend our life.
Yeah.
I'm thinking the same thing, by the way.
Wouldn't it be great?
Would be great. All of a sudden we're like 130.
Can you imagine
140.
if somebody died like, you know, a year ago from such and such, and then a year later there was no more such and such? Like they literally figured out a way to keep it from happening. It's almost like weed and people in jail. There's people in jail spent years and years and years and years and years
White Boy
in jail.
White Boy Rick's a good friend of mine.
Yeah, but dude, they spent all that time in jail for shit that's now legal. Oh, I'd be all pissed all over again. I'd be like, you telling me I did fucking 20 years for something that you just legalized? You pricks.
That's how it works, though.
No, I mean, dude, I get aggravated.
That's how our government is, though.
I know,
That's
but
how
I
it
get
is.
aggravated when I talk about some of this stuff. Think about this. In California, they will allow you to do heroin, and they will give you the needles, and they will give you a place to do it because they want it to be clean for you. Dude, to me, that's an accomplice. You're an accomplice in a crime. I think everyone should be arrested that allowed that and set that up and voted for it. Why? because it's against the law to do that shit. We've all decided that heroin's no good. You can't decide as a freaking city commissioner that you want to give them a clean place to do it. Now, some people will be like, oh, you know, they're addicts and this. Look, I'm not talking about the ones that want to get help. That's over there. Okay. I'm talking about the ones that you're just allowing to be heroin addicts right there on your porch. Dude, that's against the law.
It's crazy.
But they have that. Why is nobody going to jail? Anyway, I don't want to get political, but you get it. That's the BAM of it all.
That is the BAM of it all. Well, Brad, listen, thank you for coming onto the show, sharing your wisdom, sharing your knowledge, your journey, your experience, and super excited to have you on in the future to hear about what's going on with those businesses, as well as hopefully we can work together on some of the coaching stuff.
Sweet.
Thank you, Brad.